again.
Hey, what is up everybody? I've been getting a lot of questions about the CO2, the plants, the fish, etc. in this tank. So today I'm going to be going over the details of the 65-gallon aquascape Garden of the Roots. First, let's go over the technical stuff, then I'll move over to the fauna. So for this tank, I'm running a Fluval 306 canister filter. This is my second purchase of this filter, and both of them have been running very well. It's rated up for 70 gallons, but in reality it's a bit under, so it's perfect for a heavily planted tank where the plants do most of the filtration, like this tank that it's running for. This filter is simple to change, it's easy to clean out, and it's really quiet. Like, unless I turn off everything in the room, I'm really not going to hear it. So if it's a show tank you're looking for, this is definitely the filter for it. For CO2, I'm using an American Marine Pinpoint pH monitor to regulate my internal SICCE or SICCE, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but SICCE CO2 Life System version 2. This pH monitor is really useful. It's got two outlets that it can control, easy to calibrate, set a high point and a low point, so if it goes below the below point, it'll automatically shut off the outlet, and obviously if it goes above the high point, it'll keep it running, but you can change it to shut off or turn on if it goes above the high point. Yeah, easy calibration, two outlets, that's pretty much it. Okay, so this is the actual system in the tank. This system uses a cartridge of carbon, so a block of carbon, and basically sends electricity through the carbon to release the CO2 into the tank. I have two systems, each of them in a different tank. This is my second system. The first one is in a tank that I've had a video of like 7, maybe 10 months ago. It's a 56-gallon tank, also planted, but back on track. In comparison with pressurized CO2, for tanks under 75 gallons, this is, in my opinion, the winner, the clear winner. Not only is it easily hidden in most tanks, just behind the plants and everything, you don't have to worry about tubing or going to find a place to refill your CO2, or buying a new CO2 cylinder, or one of those like $300 regulators. And it's also much more efficient at diffusing the CO2 into the water, considering not only is the system completely underwater, it also is just purely diffusing CO2 into the water. So you don't have to have the bubbles and that slowly diffuse CO2, and like only 70% of the bubbles or something actually contribute to the CO2 release, so you're actually wasting a bunch of carbon dioxide. But it's almost 100% diffusion rate, so in that sense it's much better. The system's also a bit more messy to clean than the pressurized CO2 systems. Obviously for pressurized CO2, you should take the little ring or diffuser, whatever you have inside of the tank, you wash it off to get the algae off, and you replace the cylinder, or you refill it with CO2. This unfortunately isn't as simple. You have to take pretty much the entire thing out if it has algae on it, especially. Just scrub it down, basically like a regular filter maintenance or something like that. And I'd say be very careful when you're taking it out, because if you move it a whole bunch, you can just release a bunch of the carbon block into the tank, which after it settles down and gets filtered, it'll pretty much just do nothing. But it can get very messy pretty quickly. Alright, so for the dosing in this tank, I was originally using Aqua Designer monos, Green Brightly Step 1 and Brightly K. As you can see, I ran out of both of them, and now I'm just relying on the fish and the shrimp and the snails, but to use their natural cycles to feed the plants, which is working very, very well. Especially the stem plants. The stem plants seem to be growing very well, even without the supplements. I'll be watching out for any depletions, just in case, so if I need to start dosing again. But for right now, I don't dose anything except for SICCE's XL, which I just use to battle the occasional algae infection that just pops up out of nowhere. Yeah. Alright, so for the lighting for this tank, I use a 36-inch Odyssey quad T5 with a built-in timer. The bulbs running are four 6500K T5s. Two bulbs turn on in the morning at around 7:20 and then turn off at 12:31 p.m. The other two run from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. so there's a little bit of overlap in the timing. After the daylight cycle, the blue LEDs turn on for the night until the first daylight cycle starts up again, and then that whole day-night cycle just keeps going on. The system's easy to set up and it works very well. I think I might add another to this tank just in case I need some more light for the hair grass, but it seems to be working out pretty well. I need to change the bulbs pretty soon. It's been about 6-7 months now, so I think maybe next weekend I'll change them out. Yeah, that's it for the lights. So for the heating in this tank, I just use a simple shock-resistant heater rated for, what, 70, 60, something like that gallons, and a thermometer that's got a magnet on it. Let me just slide it in front of the camera real quick. So this right here is easy to move around. So yeah, just two simple things. I'm not gonna go very much into detail about this just because it's more budget orientated. Buy what you can. The filters with those really nice LED displays and the fish guard, they're a bit over expensive and more for flash and not really necessary, but if you can, I would just go with it, whatever you want, as long as it works.
I need your love, I need your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you tonight. I need